Hello, and welcome back to Things I Don't Like. This is episode 16. No, 15. This is episode 15 of Things I Don't Like, the show where I talk about things I don't like, just in a general sense. We have two things today, but first let me just say thank you for so much support on the last video. Awesome, man. Like almost 500 views, bunch of nice comments, like 8 new subscribers, so welcome you guys. That's huge. I don't grow very fast, so when I do, it's just so sick. So thank you so much for doing that, you guys, and I hope you enjoy my future content. It's not just going to be things I like and don't like. Like I said in my community posts, I'm also working on something long form, and anytime I see something like the video I talked about in my last video, from now on, I'll talk about that too, because you guys really seem to enjoy it, and I have a lot to say about that stuff, so I'm always happy to cover it. Number one thing on my mind today was Taylor Swift and Kanye fans. Dude, the most annoying shit ever is when I talk to a Taylor Swift fan and they're like, "Oh my god, I love Taylor Swift. She's such a genius. I only listen to her. I know every song. I know like the first, I know like the song within 4 seconds of the song. Blah blah blah. But like, God, those Kanye fans are so awful. They're like a cult around him. Like, why do they still like him? Why do they support him? Why do they listen? Why do they like his music? It's so dumb." And then Kanye fans are like, "Oh, I hate those Taylor Swift fans. They are such a cult. They are so annoying." And then they also call Kanye a genius, and they go crazy for Kanye's music. And it's goofy. I'm sure you guys see my point, but it. Whenever I talk to a Kanye fan about Taylor Swift fans, or a Taylor Swift fan about Kanye fans, or just either of them generally, it's kind of like on the 4th grade playground, when there would be like boys versus girls standoffs. That's what it sounds like. And it's just boys versus girls. It's so goofy. And it's so embarrassing because, let's be honest, neither's a genius. Neither's even the best in their genre, honestly. I'm just being straight up. There is better in both their genres, respectfully. There is. You can like their music. That's cool with me, honestly. I like some of the Kanye songs, and I like some of the Taylor Swift songs, but neither is worthy of being worshipped. Neither. I'm sorry, just they aren't. There's better artists. Honestly, I don't really think many artists are worthy of being worshipped. I think it's better to like diversify your portfolio a little bit. You know, you'll have a more enjoyable time when you're not always listening to the same voice. But yeah, it really gets my goat when I hear those hypocritical ass people always going on about how much they hate each other and not ever thinking about themselves and looking inward and saying, "Wow, maybe I'm goofy." Because maybe they are. And the other thing that pisses me off about both those people is they won't try the other one. So like Kanye fans, well, they not only will never listen to Taylor Swift, but they will never listen to anyone they associate with Taylor Swift, like Olivia Rodrigo, like Lana Del Rey, like, I don't know, any Mitski, whatever. Any of that, like, that kind of community's taste in music. Those people will never, like, Kanye fans will never listen to any of those. And that sucks, because Olivia Rodrigo bangs. She rocks, dude. Genuinely, she hits. Like, I love those songs. I be listening to those every day, but I also be listening to rap and whatever else. Honestly, everything. I'm kind of all over the place. But yeah, I just think it's goofy to not listen because that's a girl color. Pink is a girl color. I can't wear pink. Pink is a girl color. Like, that's the level of arguing we're on. I'm serious. And same, vice versa goes for the other side of that as well. Neither are a genius. Stop worshiping them. Try this. Detox for like a month, and then go back and listen to them. You won't like them as much. I promise. I've been through it with other artists. And I'm embarrassed by it. So I don't know. Just look inward. Think about it, you know? Try out some of the Kanye songs. Try out some of the Taylor Swift songs. Whatever. They're all fine. They're all average. They're all benchmark. All right. Number 2, grind set culture. Oh my god. I was having this conversation the other day with my girlfriend, and she was in her gym, and there were like some young boys in the gym, some kids, some like 14-year-old boys. And she was like, "Huh, that's weird." And it kind of like gave her the, "Huh." So she asked me this hypothetical, like, would you allow your kids to go to the gym? Like, what's the earliest age you'd let them go to the gym? And my immediate reaction was like, oh yeah, self-betterment. Let them do what they want. But then I feel like it's a lot deeper than that. You know, I feel like things go a lot deeper than that. I don't really like that. I don't want my kids to be in the gym. I mean, first of all, like, a lot of people you can't really build muscle, like, at least in a big way, until you hit puberty. And I think a lot of 13, 14-year-old boys are just starting to hit, if even. So I don't really think it's worth it. But I also think there's this idea of, like, the starting line always being pushed back with more ways of making money on the internet. So here's an example. When I started streaming when I was 15, I was like, man, I'm late to the game. I saw that kid with the astronaut helmet who was like 12 and had a bunch of viewers and was like blowing up. I was like, damn, I'm late to the game. Damn, I'm not making enough money. I'm not big. Shit, I'm not famous yet. And when I turned 16, it got even worse because Tommy Innit was the biggest one at the time, and he was 16. And I was like, man, if I don't make it this year, I'm never gonna make it. And that was like how my worldview was. I was like so stressed, and I think that's silly. I think that's super dumb in hindsight. I think right now, the way I see things now is I'm young. I'm like so young. And if I'm making content now and I'm like starting now, by the time I'm like 20, 22, 24, whatever, maybe I'll go somewhere with it. And if I'm not, then that's fine too. I just love I'm in it for the love of the game, guys. I'm in it for the love of the game. But that's so stupid. That's so stupid. I see that with everyone. I see that with like every type of person. Like my girlfriend is getting really into making music and is starting to have her like journey with that. And she's like, dude, I should have started when I was 13. And I'm like, no, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. We should not be focused on that. And especially with like grind set culture, like going to the gym, discipline, blah 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 blah. Start your drop shipping account when you're 12. It's like, dude, why? Like, why? That's a little silly, don't you think? It's like, it's gonna be a rare edit, guys. My roommate came in, so I had to put the blanket down. But what I was saying is, I think it's kind of goofy. I think that I don't want my kid to have all that pressure on them. I want them to be allowed to be a kid until they're 18. That's why like child labor laws exist and stuff. Like I want them to do school and hang out and have fun, play games, de-stress, learn to deal with stress in healthy ways, not this like crazy like discipline, willpower is the only thing that's going to get you through this life kind of thing. Like, because that's so stupid. That like always backfires. It's kind of the worst advice ever if you think about it, because willpower is like the weakest thing. No matter how strong it is, it's still super weak compared to like a lot of other things. I just don't think it's a good way to deal with things. Like in addiction. Okay, here's a great example. Addiction. Cold turkey almost always fails. It just does. It almost always fails. It's one of the hardest things to do because you have to have insane willpower to overcome addiction. And that's not a challenge. That's just an impossible threshold. And usually cold turkey is combined with a bunch of other things to try and get like willpower, like bring down the stress so willpower is enough. So like you're going to AA meetings, or if you're on drugs, it's the like opioid addiction anonymous, whatever they are. You know what I mean. Or you're going to therapy, or you're doing rehab, or you're doing anything else. Just quitting cold turkey on its own hardly ever works. Most people can't do it, and that's fine. But all this culture of like discipline, go to the gym 9 days a week, like get in there, go like 6 hours a day, and then the rest of your day drop ship, make 4 days out of every day. I love that clip. Like all that on like 13-year-old boys who are like, dude, why didn't I start my drop shipping business when I was 11? And why am I not in the gym right now? And it's like, it's goofy. I don't want my kid to feel like that, because down the line in the future, it's all gonna really hit him. Because this is my guess on what's gonna happen, and in 5-6 years you can tell me if I'm right. But I'm really proud of our generation for having like such a good outlook on physical health and like mental health. Like that's so great. People are going to the gym in higher numbers than ever. People are taking care of themselves. That's so sick. A lot of it could be attributed to this like discipline culture, this like motivation culture. And I think that's like good for now, but when all these like 15, 16, 17-year-old boys get into like college, get into like jobs, get into like stress of a family, stuff like that, I think it's all going to come crashing down in the worst way possible. I think their willpower is going to break one time and then they're going to spiral and completely fall out of it. And I know that's cynical, and I really hope that doesn't happen, but that's like, isn't that the writing on the wall? If we have all these kids being like, no, no, I'm not good enough if I'm not in the gym all this time. So I'm going to go in the gym all the time. I'm going to do it. Willpower, 5 days a week, determination, discipline. Like, they're going to do that, and then the one day they miss, or however much they miss, like, it's going to break them. Like, because then that it's now attached to their, like, I'm not good enough. So, do you see what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I want my kid, if they want to go to the gym to just be healthy, to just be a healthy person, that's fine. And I would probably recommend sports or something fun, because the other thing is I'd rather teach my kid like coordination and stuff when they're young than like strength, because you can build strength better later in life, but coordination is something that is like really, really well built when they're younger. So I'd rather have them in a sport, a game, something they're doing with friends, preferably, that also gets them the exercise they need. And if they want to be healthier, I'm going to make them better food. I'm going to put them on a healthier diet, because that's all you really need for children, I feel like. Like, yeah, exercise, like I'm saying, like sports, but they don't need that much, because they already just inexplicably run everywhere. They already do stuff. They're just rambunctious little guys. So, I don't know. I'm just going to feed them a little better because their metabolism's great. I don't know. I'm not a parent, but you see what I mean. I just want my kid to have a healthy relationship with themselves. And I think going to the gym when you're 14 is a sign of negative thoughts. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. This one might actually be controversial, but I hope I'm explaining myself well, at least. There's something icky about it. I don't know. But those are the two things I don't like today. Similar veins, I feel like very internet takes that I'm fighting against here. So let me know if you have any questions down below. There's definitely stuff I can expand on more, and I will respond because I like to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, thank you for the support on the last video. Love to see all you in here, and I'll see you later. Thank you so much.